I'm over here. I have yet to share the other 5 videos I made yesterday of my own documentation of just my left and right brains and using it whole, because I am super bold. For today is gold, right? It is an astronomical, cosmical, bloody day. More final purges on the way. What can I say? Prophetic is the way. So, anyways, prior to hitting record, I didn't even have like something on my mind that I wanted to like talk about, so I was just letting it go, and I was going into my musical flow. I turned on the radio, and I barely ever listen to like the commercials. There's only a few like radio stations that at certain different times that I've actually been able to listen to without having to turn off the radio or anything like that, because it's just like too much chatter, I don't know, about things that for me don't really matter. So when I find, you know, a vibration that people gift off from their radio stations, you know, no matter their foundation that has brought them there, genuine is like rare. So, you know, there are a few people out there that can just be naturally free to kind of like, even if they are in a box that, you know, they have to abide by certain, you know, rules, codes, and laws and all that stuff. So they are there to, you know, gift us and entertain us, you know, with music and news that's part of their groove. So there's never really been the first radio station that I ever like truly enjoyed, like really genuinely, and I know it's a comic commercial one that, you know, many know, being a New Yorker, Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Anyways, was Z100, the morning station, like with Elvis and, you know, his crew and stuff like that. Like, they make me laugh, and, you know, they find a way to vibe in a good way, sending awesome vibrations out during their time, you know, on the radio station, and that's what I'm about. So, you know, and they sound like they have mad fun where they are, like, you know, even through all their own kind of moods. So this is not something, like, again, guys, you gotta remember that I don't really watch TV anymore or listen to the radio. Like, I usually use like Spotify or iTunes, make my own playlist of things that I like, add to my mix, and that's my shuffle mix, like, which I'm very upset that I can't share, because like I'm still thinking of how I can like incorporate music, you know, without being like banned or like restricted because it's conflicted with these rules of like, you know, that's somebody else's music. Dude, I'm just enjoying it like you want me to. But from what someone mentioned, like there's licenses and all this other stuff or whatever, so that just sounds like too much. Like, I just want to have fun, you know, and share in many of the ways that I naturally gravitate to elevate and feels great, you know what I mean? So it's just interesting. So I turn on the radio, and even though I was talking about Z100 right now, there's another station that I've come to hear a few times on my morning drives. Since my wire to my thing, I can't listen to my music from my personal thing, so it's either quiet most times, or I turn on the radio, you know, when I get into my grooves, my drive. So 102.7 was on this time, and suck at names and things like that. I don't know the two people that be talking. It's like a dude and a girl. I don't want to give the wrong name, so I'm not going to even make up one that comes to my brain. That I actually vibe like. So when they talk, they don't like make me feel quick to point my finger and turn it off or change the station and stuff like that, because again, I'm tuned into vibration. So these are the sensations that I gravitate and feel and see very clearly. And they're cute. The two people there on that station, they seem to have good vibrations with one another. And the guy, which is the one that speaks, I don't know his name, my apologies at this time, for the host or, you know, the radio spokesman for the morning time for 102.7 as it plays, you know, a nice little mix of a variety of music in the morning and stuff like that. It's not just like one set tone, like they have, you know, and then there's less commercials I find on there. Like they share actually more music during the time that I'm driving, so I appreciate that. So that's why in the morning, because if I turn on the radio, it's mostly because I'm in my musical mood that I want to like dance to some tunes. They're usually the ones playing like music for me, so I'm like, hey, 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 hey. So I turn it on, and it's just interesting about just like synchronicity, or just like, you know, the things that we can it's like when they try to explain, you know, the laws of attraction, and they bring up the catalog selection of life, and they try to help you to understand that if you view it this way, because, you know, we got to use our visuals. These are the things that help us to hone in with practice and focus and discipline to be our own human vision board of the things that we dream or that we want to manifest into our lives. Or just how, you know, when they say this, like, you know, this is why, like, you know, it made me appreciate too, you know, because when I see something I like in somebody else, or something that they may have, whether it's attribute, like a natural, like, you know, characteristic, or, you know, energy that they display, because that's usually what I pay attention to. But, you know, these materialistic views in these lands, you know, most people are looking at what everybody has and what they don't have, and then they're looking at you like, you know, they mad. So I've never been that way. Like, even when I've admired somebody that turned out to not like really be nice even to me throughout, you know, we encounter these people, like, you know, you're like, you meet somebody that has a, like, something that you like, whether it's like the clothes, that the outfit that they wear, the essence and the presence of how they carry themselves, or their hair, or whatever, their voice, their eyes, like, you know, there's so many things that we can look at somebody that we like, truly, because that's what it is. You see, no matter how the other person is interpreting, whether it's negatively or positively, the root of that, you see, is that you see something that you like, that maybe you would like to be or have, or like whatever the case may be. So for me, I've never understood when somebody sees something that they like, or, you know, that secretly they admire, or, you know, because their negative attire that they have probably had for a very long time vibrates in that kind of a line, so they don't even gravitate towards appreciating the catalog of life. because they're stuck in their land of like negative vibrations for whatever reason through their life experiences that has brought them there. So like when I read, you know, the book, what is it called? Laws of Attraction. I don't know. Anyways, when I read it and I got to this catalog part, like, you know, these are little tools that, you know, are supposed to be helpful in our visualization, understanding, and sinking in and infusing and, you know, grasping the greater concept of like what that could really mean. But, you know, when people think too, because many are on that superficial view, catalog. Life ain't a catalog. I wish I could flip through a catalog and point what I want and see, you know, because they're thinking about the tangible. Like, that's not tangible because they're not appreciating even the use and the power of like their own thinking and imagination and, you know, stretching it and stuff like that. So everything has to be like literal and figurative, and like you have to see it to believe it, which is the most unalchemized, yeah, maybe I made up that word, I don't care, it sounds good, viewing to constantly cock blocking yourself from receiving whatever it is that you're dreaming but not believing, you know what I mean? So anyways, and I read that book many years ago, so this has been applied for many years now, that it's just natural, even just and profound, because I see it all around every day, like, because I'm awake. So, you know, aligned with my ways, it's wonderful to experience that, like, you know, as I'm growing and evolving into my own knowing and securing just like everything that I am, who I am, and what I'm about, like, for me, because like I was saying in the videos from yesterday, even though I haven't posted them, and I'm gonna start posting them because there's 5. There is 5. There's some 5 super bloody moon documenting of just like this mind-bending healing that I am receiving and sharing at this time for whatever seed that is meant to breed through me. It's cool with me. So it's just interesting because in the videos from yesterday, like, I was going against my own habitual behavioral pattern of, you know, mood swings and just productivity, because you see what I lack, which I had to face as like, you know, just my fact for this time in my life, is the discipline to do the things for me that I need to do for me the way that I would do for everybody else. Like, what the hell? Like, I could be this perfectionist, this you know, marvelous all put together thing for everybody else, but when it comes to doing things for myself, I have lacked discipline in my life to get into my own grind and do for me. So this new journey for me is like what I keep saying, it's for me, because the biggest cock block of my life has been me and all my mindset restricting. So, you know, it doesn't, even though the epiphany of the know and the download that uploads, reloads, and gets you into your align, beginning with your mindset, these paradigm shifts, these things, they do stick. But you got to, it's like that quote when they say, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you do nothing with it, what good is that with it? That's not the quote, that's my words on that spin of it. But just, you can have everything and do nothing with it. So what was the point of having one? Because I'm just knowledgeable. Guys, I just know you know. So taking action, I'm sorry, the sun is really strong. Good morning, sun. For our time has come. For we are undone. I'm feeling so much better today, but still, that mood that is in those other 5 videos of just, I was saying, I'm just not in the mood. I understand that too a little bit more deeper now. It's not about that I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to remain complacent just because things are as they are. For I too can find my shooting stars and be free to be me, no matter what other people think. Because that other line of craving and accept that only comes from yourself, that is sickening, maddening, and never a place I desire to be. Hiding from me, you know what I mean? So anyways, because I gotta get this moving along, for I'm almost at my destination point, final destination. Yeah, so anyways, so I turn on the radio to the station that I actually have listened to some of their babbles, so which is why I can say I can tolerate them too. Like if I hear their voices and stuff like that, it doesn't bother me. So like it's interesting too, because there are times people talk and I'm like, and I don't even want to know why, because it ain't none of my business. I don't care to know why. I just trust my align, turn that shit off, you know what I mean? So yeah, these interactions within me that, you know, I trust in because I believe. But I didn't believe right away, because what can I say? I too was stuck in that way. Seeing is believing. And because even though that mustard seed of true belief that existed with me, I was unconscious, you see. So although that is the root of me, the subconscious layer of me that lives in defeat and suppression, that one was, you know, on some other kind of reflection that, you know, just wasn't healthy for me. It didn't feel good for me. So, you know, discipline for me. So yesterday's 5 videos, guys, and oh my god, they are like the longest ones I made thus far. And you know, even feeling great that I'm posting this to share this, not caring who hears it, like even if it says 0, because I've experienced that even with my blog. Before people started actually reading my blog, I was lucky if 2 people read it, and I had to get through that like feeling of, is that a disappointment or not? And you know, what was your purpose of sharing that anyways? You know, Jennifer, let's get real with yourself these days. What is it, to prove something to others, or was it to instill in you a practice that you feel that you need to do, which was expression free? So you were working, when you created your blog, was just to get into that energy of just being open. That was why you started it first, right? Not about how many people were gonna, you know, like, so there's so many breakdowns of so many things. But anyways, that's not what this is about, because I am almost there, so I have to like hurry this up. So yeah, right? So going back to that catalog of life, so since, you know, reading about it, that now it's on my conscious mind, brought to my attention, that I resonated with, hey, you know, when we are trying to break free of certain things, like I was saying, like you can have that upload, download of all the knowledge that you think you know now that makes a lot of sense, but if you don't understand and infuse and understand that, okay, that's cool, you may get it too, but remember that you have a lifetime of conditioning and habits and behaviors and, you know, things that just are now going to start being put into your view to show you the misalignment within you, so that now in your conscious mind that is aligned, you can start implementing things that are right within you and feel your own truth, not the conditioning that was, forced onto you, or just, you were born into, and stuff like that. So since that, like every day, like, aligned in my ways, I see signs all the time. Like, even I can have a thought and then all of a sudden drive by a freaking, and see like a banner that is aligned with whatever that thought was for me that I see, and I'm like, oh, thank you, that's great. So this is just funny because I turn on 102.7 and they're talking and something in my ear, like, listen, like, it just I didn't go to shut it off because I was actually just looking for music. I just wanted to get like inspired because I didn't even have an idea of what I was gonna record about or speak. And then they're talking about, I hear Meryl Streep and just and New Jersey, which is the state I am currently living in at this time, and how they have this Hall of Fame or whatever. They didn't get to where the Hall of Fame was, but it was kind of funny because it's in a trailer of all these, like, famous known people that come from the state of Jersey. And then I'm like, while I'm listening to them, I'm like, Brooklyn in the house without a doubt, because I moved to Jersey too, so Brooklyn moved to Jersey. And then somebody else from their station goes, Brooklyn needs more. Brooklyn. It's just funny, and it's just synchronistic, and I am here and I gotta stop this. So with this token in my pocket, I just want to wish you all a wonderful, marvelous day that gets you aligned in your super blue lunar eclipse, final purge and fix of many things that you should embrace as the beauty of your evolutionary grace. Namaste. My love, my drug, my love, my drug, my love, my drug. For this super blue blood moon, I am going to center on this muse, because that's what pink is. Muse of inspiration, gifting to our universal sharing ground. My love, my drug.